Hello, good day guys, welcome back to my channel. So today in this video I'm going to discuss exactly why it is I have not been posting on social media in a very long time, and it was because it is I needed to take a break. And in this break I have discovered a lot of things within myself that I realized that the reason why it is I'm successful on social media, I guess by Caribbean standards, is because it is that I have a message and I have important things to say that nobody else would really have the balls to sit down and say it. I'm gonna be so real. I've spent my formative years online growing a following from when it is I was 17 and now I'm 23. And I've changed a lot as a person. And I don't think that the online world is really like forgiving of that. They expect to stick you in a box and for you to be that person forever. You know, and that's fine if it is like in something like comedy where it is you have to play a character for the rest of your life. That's okay. Your content could grow and change and become better, but you as a person is separate to the content that it is that you put out there, which is fine. But it's so hard to be in an industry where your identity is so tied into what it is you do, and to go through transformations year after year in your personal life and with you becoming a totally different person. I think that is very unfair that it is that I'm held to the same notion of a person that it is that people believe that it is that I should stick with, you know, to be more digestible to people. You know, like bro, people grow, people change. The same opinions it is that I had 5 years ago is not the same opinions that it is that I'll have now. I felt as though I hated being in the spotlight for that. Just like anybody would, you know. And nobody wants to be in the spotlight when they're going through changes that they themselves don't even know how to navigate. I've gone through so many changes that shaped me so differently. And it was very hard for me to communicate that on camera without feeling as though it is that I became estranged to my own audience, which was very hard to admit. The second thing as well is I feel as though every piece of content that I put out, it no longer became, did I like to post this? Did I want to post this? It became, is this going to do numbers? Is this going to get views? Are brands going to look at this piece of content and see themselves sponsoring me? Because in Trinidad, that's the only way that it is that you really make money off of social media. TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, they don't monetize us in the Caribbean, and the only way for you to really make money is for a brand to sponsor you. And I think that it is I did the smart thing in the beginning, which was to make my own business from the very start, so I'll be able to actually like have some of that funds coming directly to me in a manner that I could control. But at the same time, when I was now building my business, I had to rely a lot on brands and sponsorships to just live, to like, which was something that shaped me a lot. I felt as though that I couldn't express myself properly in content anymore. And I think it would die back to, like, if I'm gonna be so for real, if I just wanted to like use a curse word as a crutch. Fuck man, yeah dog, that was real bad. Like, that was horrible for a brand, and especially by Trinidadian standards. She's cursing, we can't sponsor her. Oh no, she's cursing. What would our customers think? I think it's such a hypocrisy that in Trinidadian culture that we would invent our own curse words and to not expect that to be part of that somebody would want to portray online to be more relatable. How does cursing not make somebody more relatable when it is we've developed an entire culture and made our own curse words behind it? I will never know. I don't know if it's just a double standard thing where guys are allowed to curse and women are not. And the reason why it is I would say this is because I got dropped from several companies for the past where I would upload content where it is I would curse as a crutch word, and they would replace me with somebody that actually cursed more than me, and it would just be like, you told me you didn't want to work with me anymore because I cursed in videos that was like 1 year, 2 years old, and then you would replace me with somebody that cursed presently today. What is it here? Like, is it like a double standard? That was ridiculous. And I don't want to put labels on things like this that I don't really know what happened behind the scenes, but that's what it does feel like sometimes. And it felt as though every bit of content that it is that I put out there was always judged by this invisible panel of people to decide whether or not if I was worthy of being sponsored. And then on top of that too, they don't pay you on time. Like, it's not like if it's you get paid before a job. The most contracts go, or they pay you net 30, net 60, net 90. And it's not like if it's so much money that it is that they're going to pay you out in the bulk. So while it is you're starving for the next like 2-3 months, you'll be fine. No. It's literally probably less than $10,000, less than $6,000. And then you're asking yourself, is it even worth it to even bother to get money from sponsors anymore? Because if you're going to pay me late anyway, because they never hold up the end of the deal, they never pay you in 30 days. They would actually pay you in probably 6 months if it is you're lucky. There's nothing in place to really like enforce that it is that they need to pay you on time, because most of the time either they don't send you a contract, or you send your own contract and you put, yeah, you need to pay me like in this amount of time and on time, and then they wouldn't even agree to those terms. And then you have to ask yourself, do you want the money, or like do you just want to be difficult? And that was a major problem that I had with a lot of brands. Not gonna call no names because of confidentiality and for legal reasons. Another thing that I felt as though that I just didn't feel comfortable posting anymore is I did not want to be lumped in a category of people that posted on social media for this imaginary fame and this cloud shit, dog. If I'm gonna be real, I could live the rest of my life without people knowing me. I could live the rest of my life with just like a couple hundred people looking at my YouTube videos, and I honestly wouldn't care. At least it is that I put my mind out there, and that's what mattered. And it felt as though a lot of people were in the content creation space for the wrong reasons. There's not a lot of money to make in Trinidad and Tobago being a content creator and relying on brands. However, there's a lot of money to make in developing your own personal business, which is a totally separate topic. I feel as though a lot of people get in it for the money when there is none to begin with in the country, unless it is you work extremely hard to build a very, very, very big audience. And even then it is you're going to get shafted, because I could guarantee you that the top creator in this country, Certified Samson, he is not even charging the amount that it is that he's supposed to even be charging for videos. Right? And the only reason why it is he undercuts himself is that if he charges his price, companies would not even be able to afford to pay the man what he's worth. So he charges what it is he could, so the companies has a chance to work with him, which is incredible. That's like really noble of the guy. And for the people that's now getting in the industry, I feel as though that is that I see the same exact copy and paste content all the time from people. Like, it's always, hi guys, come with me to go blah 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 blah. Today it is we went blah 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 blah. Like, bro, like even in the comedy niche, I feel as though there's so many jokes that were overstated. I don't feel as though Trinidad or even the wider Caribbean has the market for anybody to post anything that's intellectual. I just don't think that it is that we're on advice, which is fair, you know. We're the party country, we're the party set of people. You know, we are about fets and bacchanal and minding people business, and we on to the next. That is what it is we are about. I ain't blaming people for that. I just saying that it is, you know, it was very tiring of me to see people get into the industry for the wrong reasons and then seeing the same thing over and over and over again. I've never wanted my content to be the same way as theirs, and felt the need that it is that I had to like match myself to that so it would be able to perform on a local and regional basis before the content goes international and become like renowned there. And on top of that too, the people in the entire industry, the majority of people, they're horrible people. They very much operate like, who is you and what it is you could do for me? Like, they're not your friends. They're there to use you for what it is you could do to benefit them, and then they are disappearing like the avatar, never to be seen again. And that's sad. It's sad. I felt very alone. Very few people it is I trust in this industry, and getting to know people behind the scenes, they are level disgusting. And that's all it is I'm gonna say in terms of that. What I think was the ultimate FU to my face was the fact that you can make a video, you could have the best intentions for something, and people will make it into something that it is not. Honestly, I think the smoking gun for me to just like stay silent and not say anything anymore, came from the reaction to the public when I went and I signed up to do Miss World. I knew that it is that I am not the best looking person. I don't have the straightest teeth. At that point in time, I did not have the clearest skin. I wanted to go to show people it doesn't matter where it is you come from, what level of education it is you have, or what it is you look like. You can still go and do whatever the hell it is you want. Because at the end of the day, I felt as though there was not a lot of representation for women that met the very average girl next door standards to feel as though it is that they would even be able to participate in a competition like that. And the backlash that I got from the public just for having twisted teeth, which, by the way, the majority of people do have, for having acne, which, by the way, the majority of people do have, I felt as though that I was in a society where everybody felt as though that they were perfect and lived up to the beauty standard, and me signing up for a competition like that was delusional. No idea the amount of hate that this do to a person. Having it online is fine. Having it in person, total different story. Just because it is I went and I signed up and I did Miss World and I did the whole thing, there were people that walked up to me in person and insulted me straight to my face. And there were people that then proceeded to stalk me and then show pictures of myself. Like they sent me pictures of myself in public. And I don't even know you. That's crazy. There was at one point in time, which I don't even know was tied into the competition at all, that I was talking to somebody in person. They was like, oh, you know, I know you from online. You know, it's real nice to see you. And then they went behind me, they put a gun to my back, and they said, don't move. And I was like, ha ha, I could dead now. How about you? That was a very traumatizing experience. And there are no laws in this country to do anything about it. Because the last time that somebody stalked me and harassed me and called my phone endlessly on the business line, cybercrime said that they could do nothing for it. So why would I bother report it? And after that experience, I just didn't want to go outside. After that experience, I was like, okay, I'm just going to get everything delivered to me. I am not going to go outside. I'm not going to say anything online. And let me just like forget this ever happened. And if it is that I choose to come back on here, then sure. But every single day I felt as though I could have made a video. Every single day I had ideas for videos. Every single day I'd be seeing in my head playing out these videos that it is that I would just have so many thoughts about. I was like, nah. Ain't no way that it is that I could be thinking about making these videos and seeing it come together in my head and seeing people's reaction to them in my head, like, and not post them. Like, that is the thing. Like, I lived my life for the past couple of months where I probably created over 1,000 videos in my head that never saw the light of day. And that is when it is I really tell myself, horse, what kind of pussy man mentality it is that I have moving forward here. Right? Because I seen a vision in my head and I'm not doing anything about it. Why? Because I scared. I scared about some haters online. I scared about the people and the industry. Girl, fuck the people and the industry. You ain't doing this to nobody. You're doing it for the people that really need to hear what it is you have to say. For the people that matter. The people that could do nothing for you. And that is why it is you need to be out here talking the way that it is that you're talking, saying things as it is you're supposed to be saying, being as real as it is that you could be. Then I realized, but wait now, I crafted this entire sifted persona to give Francesca a backbone. Because you all know Sifted. Sifted speaks with authority. Sifted speaks as though she's angry all the time, but she's not angry all the time. She's just being assertive. Sifted doesn't take any bullshit. Sifted just puts people in their place right through. But Sifted is a buffer for Francesca. Because Francesca is shy. Francesca is timid. Francesca doesn't want to be up there talking on a stage to people. She doesn't want to go outside her house. She just wants to lie down her bed, do absolutely nothing, and brain rot the entire day. That's what Francesca wants to do. Francesca has such a big heart and cares for literally everybody and everything in the world. But when she shows her heart, and you wear a heart on your sleeve in this day and age, it's deadly. People will take your kindness as weakness and then take advantage of you for it. And that is why Francesca created Sifted, so people don't take her as a fool. And I spent so long for the past couple of months living as Francesca that I've forgotten what it's like to be sifted. Not having that backbone there and going out into the world, it's setting yourself up to be a target. And I have forgotten exactly everything that it is that I was meant to do and all the things that it is that I was supposed to go do. That was horrible. For the past couple of months, I have been doing the bare minimum. I have been depressed, and things that it is that I was supposed to do, deals that it is I was supposed to make, I did not follow through with them. And that's me taking accountability for that. That's not no pity party. That's not no, oh my God, woe is me, I was depressed, boo-hoo, this happened. No, that was on me. And I have to make it up to those people. And I've been so candid and being so real about it online because sometimes that has happened to people. I have spent the entirety of my life online only projecting this tough, hard exterior without being able to come back down and show you all this hard, tough exterior, this protect a little softy on the inside. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, I could be nice. I just want to be nice. It's just, oh God, boy, when it is nice and it have a face like this, though, people just see idiot written on your forehead. And you would like to think that it is that people don't, but what's the majority of people out in this world here? They're so disgusting. They really want to take advantage of you. And if it is as to sit here and talk about the amount of times that it is that people do me shit, dog, we'll be here for the whole day. And I want to not focus on all of that right now, dog. I just want to be like, horse, if I could learn and if I could go through the pits of fucking hell to learn, girl, what the hell it is you doing? You had a plan, stick to the plan, fuck your mood. You had a plan, you're supposed to be out here doing your thing, fuck what them people think. Yes, you're gonna cuss if it is you feel like if it is you wanna cuss. Yes, you're gonna post whenever the hell it is you wanna post. And who don't like it? Because at the end of the day, are they paying your bills? No, they're not. At the end of the day, even if it is they offer you money, is it more money than it is that you could go and generate out there for yourself that you don't even need to be a certain way for other than being yourself? Right. That's what it is that I thought. And if I could go from being dead in the bed to being alive and thriving, then you all could do it too. And that's why it is I really started this channel on YouTube. I started the channel on YouTube just to basically be hard on people, because the same things that it is I be telling people, I just be telling myself. Like, if you feel it is I just come online and be tough and be uncaring, is because it is I have to be that way with myself to get myself up and get myself going. You feel it is I just get on with all the dog, no, I just get on with myself worse. And it's funny, but at the end of the day, life had to live. And you only have one life. So live a damn good life. And live your life for yourself. Don't live life for other people. And with that being said, amen. I will see you all in the next video. For the next week, I'm going to be starting to post on our schedule. I'm going to be posting every single Sunday as best as my ability could and that I should allow. And we'll be seeing you all next week. And any content on all my social medias, you could go and follow me in the link in the description. And I'll see you all later.